We often think deep connection comes from grand confessions, passionate moments, or long conversations under the stars. But the truth is quieter. Connection doesn't grow in bursts, it deepens in rhythm. It's not built in the highlight moments, it's built in the ordinary ones you refuse to take for granted. Love matures not through intensity, but through consistency. Not by saying, I love you once, but by proving it 1,000 different ways in the small, steady moments between words. Because real love isn't about how you feel one day. It's about how you show up every day. In a world where everything moves fast, attention has become the rarest form of affection. The people who can stay present, reliable, and emotionally steady. They stand out like peace in a storm. That's the art of showing up, not perfectly, not dramatically, but dependably. The power of everyday effort. Relationships fail quietly, long before the first argument. They fail in missed calls, distracted eyes, words half listened to, moments taken for granted. We assume the big things will hold us together. But it's always the small ones that do. When someone knows you'll check in, when they know your tone won't change with your mood, when they can predict your care, that's when love starts to feel safe. Consistency is how affection becomes stability. Why small gestures matter most. Big gestures impress. Small gestures sustain. A note on the fridge. A text that says, I'm thinking of you. A look across a crowded room that says, you're not alone. These aren't trivial. They're reminders. They say, you still matter. Ancient wisdom taught that repetition creates meaning. Anything done with awareness, again and again, becomes sacred. In relationships, those small, consistent gestures become prayer-like. They build a shared rhythm that feels like home. The myth of perfect timing. We wait for the right time to express, apologize, reconnect. But love doesn't need perfect timing. It needs presence. Every day you delay saying what matters, a wall quietly forms. And walls don't break down with one apology. They crumble with repeated honesty. That's why the art of showing up matters more than the art of saying sorry. Because consistency doesn't fix what's broken, it prevents what breaks. Emotional maintenance. Just like a body needs nourishment every day, relationships need attention every day. Not because they're fragile, but because they're alive. A relationship without maintenance decays, slowly, silently. Resentments pile up like dust. Small misunderstandings grow roots. The solution isn't grand romantic gestures or lavish trips, it's maintenance. Little repairs made daily through empathy, listening, and effort. You can't build connection in a crisis. You build it in the calm. So it carries you through the storms. Ancient lessons on devotion. In ancient cultures, devotion was never about emotion. It was about daily presence. The same principle applies to love. Devotion isn't the intensity of your feeling, it's the consistency of your care. When you do something for someone with awareness, prepare a meal, hold their hand, listen deeply, you're practicing devotion. You're saying, you're part of my rhythm. And that's what makes love feel sacred, even in ordinary days. The gift of predictable love. Unpredictability excites, but only predictability sustains. When your loved one knows that your care isn't seasonal, when they can count on your emotional tone even in stress, when you become a calm presence rather than a variable, that's when intimacy becomes real. Predictable love isn't boring, it's peaceful. It frees both people to grow without fear of abandonment. Consistency in communication. Consistency in words builds emotional structure. When communication is sporadic, the mind fills the gaps with fear. When it's consistent, the body relaxes. This doesn't mean constant texting or endless calls. It means rhythm. Checking in, speaking truth, resolving quickly, expressing gratitude often. Words repeated with sincerity become architecture, the kind of love you can lean on when emotions waver. The discipline of showing up are when it's hard. It's easy to show up when love feels light, but it's the heavy days that reveal depth, when you can stay present in silence, when you can hold space without fixing, when you can still choose care when patience runs low. You've crossed from emotion to devotion. Ancient wisdom viewed this as mastery, the ability to act from principle, not impulse, to love by decision, not mood. That's not robotic, that's spiritual maturity in action. How consistency creates emotional safety. When someone knows your reaction won't swing wildly, when your love doesn't come with conditions or countdowns, they start to relax. They stop walking on eggshells. They begin to trust your energy more than your words. And that's when the real connection starts. Because trust isn't built in conversation. It's built in consistency of vibration. Every time you remain calm in conflict, every time you respond instead of react, you're teaching the other person. You're safe with me. Love beyond emotion. We think love is a feeling, but the ancients described it as a way of being. Feelings fluctuate, being remains. That's why consistency matters more than chemistry. Chemistry connects two people. Consistency keeps them connected. True love isn't about being inseparable, it's about being dependable. It's the quiet power of someone saying, "I'll keep choosing you even when it's hard." The rhythm of gratitude. One of the most underrated forms of consistency is gratitude. A simple thank you for everyday things, for patience, for showing up, for staying, keeps appreciation alive. Without gratitude, routine becomes invisible. With gratitude, routine becomes sacred. The same gesture done 100 times feels fresh again when seen through gratitude. It's how long-term love keeps its glow. The power of rituals in relationships. Every couple, family, or friendship benefits from small rituals. Coffee together every morning, a walk after dinner, a check-in on Sunday nights. These moments build emotional predictability. They say, no matter how busy life gets, we'll return to this space. Rituals aren't chores, they're emotional recalibrations. They remind both hearts of their rhythm. Consistency as quiet devotion. There's a kind of love that doesn't shout, doesn't post, doesn't prove. It simply shows up again and again. It folds laundry without being asked. It remembers how you take your tea. It notices when you're tired and quietly covers for you. That's devotion, disguised as daily life. That's love at its most human. Ordinary acts performed with extraordinary care. And it's that kind of love that never burns out, because it feeds itself through repetition. The art of repair. Even the most consistent love will falter sometimes. You'll forget, react, miss a cue, or lose patience. That's human. But repair is also consistency, apologizing quickly, owning mistakes without shame, returning to your rhythm without resentment. Every repair strengthens trust more than perfection ever could. Because love doesn't need you to never fall. It needs you to always return. Pause for a moment. Think of the person or people you love most. Ask yourself, do they feel me showing up? Not just through words, but through rhythm? Do they feel seen in the small ways, not just the grand ones? Because love that lasts isn't built in the spectacular. It's built in the steady. It's built in the good mornings, the quiet dinners, the messages that say, "You're not forgotten." It's built in returning, again and again, even when tired, distracted, or afraid. Showing up daily isn't glamorous, but it's divine. It's how love becomes real, not through emotion, but through endurance. Because consistency doesn't just strengthen relationships, it sanctifies them. And the art of showing up every day in every small way is the purest form of love you'll ever give.